Fantastic.
Alright everyone, my name's Krazy Joe. I host a YouTube channel and podcast called Mega Fantastic. This is my first time ever moderating a panel.
We would never have known that, would we?
2 weeks ago I met Gil for the first time and I told him, hey, 2 weeks from now I'm moderating your panel. I've never done that before. And he gave me the best advice ever. He said, introduce me and I'll take over. So with that, this is Gil Gerard and this is Felix Silla.
Thank you. Did you do a great job? Yeah. I told him to open your mouth after that and make fun of him after him. Turn it on, Felix. Say something.
Can you block the lights for me?
What?
Block the lights. Thank you.
Why don't you come up here with me?
I will, okay.
Come on. People can't see you for the table. Come on. Stand up, Felix. You don't think that's the first time he's heard that in 40-some years we've known each other?
40.
I said 40-some years. Jesus Christ, get your Italian years off. Start thinking about listening to American English. I know you're Italian. Yeah.
Anyway.
It's fungu. And it's not an Italian dish, by the way.
That's right.
Yeah.
That's spaghetti.
And no spaghetti. We just had Italian food. Didn't we?
You had, I didn't have.
Well, that's right, you had a roast beef sandwich.
Roast beef.
I had clams with white sauce and linguine.
Yeah.
I probably had to smell like a garlic hose all the rest of the afternoon. But it was good, anyway. So, how you doing? Are you all having a good time? You think I can mess that up? Let me know. Okay. So, what we usually do is you guys ask questions, and we try to answer them as honestly as possible. And if we can't, we'll just lie. So, somebody raise their hand and ask a question. Yes, sir.
What was it like working with Mel Blanc as the voice of Twiki?
Well, I actually never worked with him. I met Mel in the second season when they changed his voice. Because what I did was I said either give it back to Mel or find another Buck Rogers. So he was very grateful that I took that stand for him. So he invited me over to his home. We became friends. He did all this stuff. He had a studio in his home. And Mel was he was a great guy. All the people, Buster Crabbe, Mel, all these people who were like legends in my mind, were unbelievably nice people. And I was friends with all of them. Buster, Jill, I talk to him probably once a month to the day now. You know that Mel still does his stuff.
Mel?
Even though he passed away.
I know he passed away.
Yeah, see, you're looking as weird as I look the first time I heard it. And I talked to his son, and he was saying, you know, my dad still does it. And I'm like, oh, sure, okay. What seance have you been in? And what he said was that his father had used, practically said every word you could think of, and it was all on the computer. So all the stuff that's done now with Bugs Bunny and Elmer Fudd and all that stuff, all those voices, are his voice that are on the computer. And they just fit in those words, and that's it. So Mel Blanc is still doing the voices.
Are we still getting paid?
Huh?
Are we still getting paid?
I'm sure. It better be. But, what do you want?
I was going to say we got a question over here. Sorry about that. I thought you were done.
Don't be sorry about getting questions.
So my fiance has recently introduced me to Buck Rogers. What is your favorite episode of the season?
Well, other than the feature, I like the Satyr. Even though it was the second season, which I hated, the show itself really kind of mirrored what I always wanted to see happen with Buck Rogers. And that is, I wanted Buck to stay on Earth and have adventures on Earth. And the whole idea of that show so mirrored what might be happening on a prairie someplace on Earth, even though it was another planet. Other than the fact that we came off of that ship, wherever the Searcher, thank you. I've kind of blocked it out because it really pissed me off for second season. Because we basically ripped off Battlestar Galactica. And I thought, why would you do that? They canceled Battlestar just before Buck Rogers started. Now we're picking up Battlestar, which was canceled before we got started. And of course, then we were canceled. But anyway, I like that. Basically, I got to play a character, which is kind of fun. I wasn't playing a hero. I got to put on the beard and all that kind of stuff, which is fun to do. So it was just, for me, it was more interesting. I wasn't going and saving a planet someplace. But it was that relationship with the kid and the lady, and then trying to get his dad back for him and stuff like that. It was just a nice story. So that's why I liked it. The feature I liked because it was the feature. That was the first one. So, yes, and then you.
Did you ever actually get hit in any of the fights you had? Did you ever actually get hit instead of a fake punch?
No. No. Thank God. No, they were very heavily choreographed. And if you remember, we did a lot of martial arts. So, you know, it was like, there was a lot of kicks and stuff, basically done by my stunt double, whose name was Michael Vendrell. And actually, we came up with the idea to do martial arts instead of regular fist fights and stuff. Because we thought, okay, kids are going to be watching the show, so we don't want to encourage some young boy or girl to take a pop shot at, you know, because they've seen the fight on Buck Rogers. We thought if we kept it sort of esoteric in martial arts, if they were interested in doing something like that, they would have to have training to do it. And that might help them to not be so aggressive with their siblings. So that was the whole idea of why we did martial arts instead of regular fights and stuff. Yeah, and no one ever hit me. And lived. Anyway, no. And then back here, yes.
Hi, thank you for coming out. Stayed my whole weekend. My birthday's tomorrow, so it's a great weekend for me.
Happy birthday tomorrow.
My question is, how was it working with Jamie Curtis?
It was great.
I love that. That was one of my favorite episodes.
Yeah, she was fantastic. She was so sweet. We were on location up in the high desert, which was kind of brutal. But she made pies for me and for some of the crew. They loved her. I loved her. I thought she was terrific. Really nice. She was a nice lady. We've been friends since that time. Yes. Back there. Right there, my appointment.
I had two questions, but you already answered my one about the second season.
I'm sorry. He was asking me a question.
Sorry. I had two questions, but you actually answered mine about the second season, about how you felt about it.
Yeah.
My second question was for Felix. Do you find it harder to act without being seen as opposed to just acting out in the open? Is it harder to act in costume?
You know what? It doesn't matter. It's not that big a deal. No, we were waiting for Liddy to ask the question. My bio.
Oh,
What?
let's
It's 3 days.
That's Ann.
Yeah, well,
Yeah,
what
hi,
ask
Ann.
the question? She's not, she's shy.
Ann and I talk every day on Facebook.
Okay.
Yeah.
You want to ask the question? No.
Yeah,
Okay.
I was just curious.
Hold on.
Go ahead. Let's talk to Ryan. I'm still going to think about
I was just curious how you got into acting if you were a math major. Did you mention that in the video?
Oh yeah, she's one of those math.
Yeah.
Right. And I said I was a math major, and look where I am now. You just never know. Actually, I was a math major, chemistry and biology minor, because I was in pre-med and I decided I didn't want to be a doctor, so that's what I did. I just took all those hours. I had to do something with them. And I was an industrial chemist for a few years before I became an actor. I did some of the original work on the Titan II missile fuels and oxidizers. And I had 15 laboratories and 45 men in 3 states working for me. and I was doing reports for the Graduate Institute of Technology for the University of Arkansas, for the Industrial Development Commission, and something else I forgot. Anyway, I was bored. I was like, this is fine, but this, and the odd thing is I'm 76 now, and I thought to myself, then I was about 24, 25 years old. I said, what do I want to be doing when I'm 70 years old? What do I want to look back on that was my life if I'm 70 years old? And this is not what I want to be doing. But I want to be just doing something that I'm not really that interested in, and just making money and whatever. And what I did was I started looking through, I call it the card file of my life, my experiences. And what came up for me was that I had enjoyed all aspects of acting. I had a singing group in college called the Richmond Trio. And an interesting side story to that is we were one of the most popular folk singing groups in the college circuit in Arkansas. And a group called the Four Preps came to my school to sing a concert, and we were asked to sing the intermission to keep people entertained while they took a break. So we did, and then they came back and they had heard us sing, and they asked us to sing a song with them. So we did. And about 20 years later, I was sitting in Glenn Larson's office, and I looked up, and there was a picture of the Four Preps. And I said, were you a Four Prep? And he said, yeah. I said, we worked together 20 years ago when I was in college. And he wrote a song that I loved as a kid in the 50s, I think it was, called Santa Catalina, 26 Miles. Glenn Larson wrote that song. And it was one of my favorite songs. So that was kind of cool. So that was an interesting sidelight to me. And then I also directed some plays, and I starred in some plays throughout college. And then I did community theater. And I thought, I really enjoy this. I enjoy all aspects of it. That's the rehearsal as well as the performance. I like the people around me. They were really lively and on top of things. So I resigned from all those different positions I was holding, sent my company car back, and went to New York and started driving a cab and going to acting school. That was in 1969. But I've made a living in this business, solely from this business, since 1970. Next year will be my 50th year as an actor, making a living as an actor, or whatever. I also produced and directed and all that kind of stuff. I'm a published poet. I'm published in an anthology of American poets. Yeah, I'm very talented. But I gotta tell you, speaking when you asked the question about Felix acting, you did. Yeah. This guy deserves so much praise, because if you understand how much Twiki exists in your mind and your hearts, right? He did that, he created that character through 2 inches of plastic. You never saw his face or his hand. This man created that character, never being able to see him. It's amazing. I mean, I had such affection for that character, and it was his fault. Think about Cousin Nick. You never saw his face. It was just this big hairball walking around. But you have feelings about Cousin Nick, don't you? He created that. That takes real talent. It's easy for me. I stand up, I have lines, I get to, look my best and all that kind of crap. He had none of that. He had no lines. Now, all the lines that Twiki had later were added after the fact. He had no lines. In the movie, there were no lines at all. All that stuff was added later because he did such a great job creating that character. So would you please give him a hand? What do you want? What?
Thank you.
Oh, I want you to say it on the microphone.
So thank Thank you, Gil. We'll check them away.
Appreciate it. See, it works when you know how to use it. Now you're going to screw it up. Why you keep turning it off?
Something like you. You know, the lady wants to ask me a question. Are you done with your whatever? You went to stop and...
Well, that's all you paid me for.
That's all you're going to get?
Okay.
I want to know about the costumes and what was the costume that you hated getting in and out of all the ones you've ever done, and also for Twiki, how many hours did you have to be in that costume for film?
Actually, I really don't want to be in for 5-10 minutes, but we had a lot of problems with the second season of the Franklin.
Yeah.
You remember that awful thing next week? We used to do a scene up and down the hallway, and all of a sudden we're walking, and I look this way and it's spinning around. Spinning and hitting the wall, spinning and the wall. So the director said, okay, cut, let's fix a robot. And then in the meantime, they'll leave you there, you're standing there like they don't care about you. They're worried about the piece of charcoal, everyone they got. So finally, I had to tell them, look, this is you, get the thing off my face, so I get something to drink or smoke a cigarette, whatever. And then as you're done fixing, whatever you're fixing, call me back and go to work. Same thing when I have to go to bathroom. Remember Paul, our assistant director?
Yeah.
He got fired.
Yeah.
I had to go to the bathroom and I'm fully dressed. And the guy said, I said, Bob, I need to go to the bathroom. The guy said, you wait 5 minutes. I said, okay. So I wait 5 minutes. Then 5 minutes went by. I said, Bob, I need to go to the bathroom. But you wait 5 minutes. He's trying to protect his job because he wasn't worried about it.
Well, he was the first assistant
Right.
director. And his job is to make sure everybody stays on the set.
Right, on the set.
When the director needs them, they're there.
So if he let me go to the bathroom, and all of a sudden they need me, he said, where is he? I said, well, I'm in the bathroom, you get fired. And I had to go so bad. So I asked Paul, I said, well, Paul, please take this thing off me. I came back 10 minutes later, they were still playing around with some of the camera. So if I waited there, it would have been a mess. But anyway, that was my best friend, Bob Benton.
What did you say, my best friend?
No, he wasn't.
Oh, no.
Anyway,
I did a movie with, he was the first AD on in Texas, and I had him banned from the set.
I know he did.
Bullshit. Yeah, that was another story for another
What was the
time.
question?
Harder, what kind is harder? Like Twiki, Love?
Actually,
Tell them about Cousin Nick and what they did with that.
no, Krazy Joe wasn't that bad. Twiki wasn't that bad. The only problem we had with Twiki, he go up and down the stairs. So, the gentleman next to me had to pick me up and put me in the reply, the ship. And every 5 minutes, if they get my feelings, you get fat, you got hair. I'm like, that's this one. I didn't want to say the word, I hate to say a lot of that word. You know, you got a friend, you whatever, you know.
He's been using that word with me for 40
So
something
47
years.
years, 47 years, yeah.
Yeah.
And I have no problem with it. Yeah.
He has no problem telling me to F myself. I gotta tell you that.
Well, we're friends, right?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah, we're friends till the walls fall down. Don't worry about it. Huh?
you don't mind.
No, I don't mind.
Hey, that was...
Did you get your question answered?
Yes, thank you.
You're welcome.
Yes. Well, we'll see. On all counts, I had a meeting last night that kind of put some cracks in that idea. There's supposed to be a new series coming out called Armageddon 2419, based on the book Armageddon 2419, which was written by Philip Nolan, from which Buck Rogers sprang. But I'm not sure what's going on with it anymore. I had a long meeting last night with, I know, trust me, I've been dealing with this crap for 40-some years. Oh yeah, no, oh yeah. So I'm when I get back home, one of the first things I'm going to do is have a little conversation with them about how real this thing is and whether or not they can really move forward with it. Because someone else made an announcement 3 years ago at San Diego Comic-Con saying that they were going to do a motion picture called Armageddon 2419. And this is a guy who is a real powerhouse in the business. These guys, I'm not so sure about now. So, gotta pull back. Thank you. It's been tough, because I was like, damn, again, one more time. Yeah, I tried 2 years after the show was canceled to talk to the delis or the people who own the rights to Buck Rogers about doing another movie. So the thing made huge money. It was very successful. I'd like to do another movie. And they wanted to do the marketing first. They wanted to do the toys first and then maybe do a movie. I was like, that's not the way it works. You know, you do the movie, if it's popular, you spin off the toys or whatever happens to come out of that movie, and that's your marketing tool. Anyway, so we'll see. And yes, I'm supposed to play the President of the United States in that particular iteration that they were talking about. So we'll see what happens. I just have to... Well, there's in the Bible, which is basically, here's where the show's going to go for the next 5 years. There's a mention in there of the planet of little people. And there's a president of the little people who's a real mean bastard. Typecasting by which song? Right there. Huh? What? I'll show it to you. Yeah, you know what it's really saying.
I think it just fine. I got my own.
Okay, well, you started, your eyes started. Sure.
Well, you know what? People have a dry eye, and I tell my doctor, why is it dry called dry eyes? The ribs are dry.
It's been explained to you. It's been explained to you why it's called dry eye. What?
Never mind. Never.
See what I'm saying? Eat the little bastard. Perfect casting. Stand up, David. What? Oh, don't get... We've been doing this a long time. Whoopsie. What I'm worried about is an uppercut. He's got a crippling uppercut. You know what I mean? Yeah. So why did you do it to me?
Stop sticking the finger in my ear.
Okay, fine. I didn't hear you. He asked me to stop sticking my finger in his ear.
Yeah, we have a picture taken with my finger right here. My elbow's right there.
Yeah. Trust me. Yeah.
Anyway, little people, what's that?
What?
Is that going to be something?
The planet of little people. The whole planet. It's a very small planet.
When they going to do it? When they going to do it?
I don't know. Please. She just asked if you were going to be in it. I said, well, if it works out, there's this planet of little people, and this asshole president is mean enough. And I said, now we've already done all right. I'm not boring these people. Let's get moving on. Moving on. Moving on.
Yeah, can I go now?
No, you can't.
Okay, why do you say moving on?
Well, there'll be PO to be leaving. They'll be stuck with me. They don't want to do that. Yeah.
Okay.
Right.
Any
I'm sure somebody's got a question.
Yeah.
Okay, here you go. Here you go.
The question is for both of you. Outside of your professions, what brings you joy in life? So separate from what you get paid for on a daily basis, big or small.
Waking up every morning on this side of the grass. That's always a good one. As they say, it's better to be standing looking at the grass than looking at the roots. What brings you joy in life, other than actions?
Same thing, like get up in the morning, then got one more day, and we're here. who knows what's going to happen tomorrow, right?
That's right. Right.
Yeah, you know,
It's just taking joy in living life as best I can on a daily basis. I try to stay very much in the now. It doesn't mean I don't make plans, but I try to enjoy every minute as it goes by. So, you know, it's interesting because if you think about it, you know, God gives us that much time. There goes another time. Another slice. Another slice. Another slice. See how much time has already gone by? It's like 6 clicks already, and then what are we, 10 clicks in already? Just from the last time I clicked. All those spaces of time. So I figure, okay, I ought to be able to handle that. So I try to deal with it in those kinds of slices, not literally that way, but it end up being like this all the time. But yeah, I try to I make an effort every day to enjoy as much of life as I can. As much of being here today as I can. Same with you? Of course I did. That's why I get the big bucks.
That's what I'm looking for.
There you go.
Okay.
So, somebody? You've had a turn. Hold on a second. Yes, sir. Then you're next. Okay. I know it's your birthday. I'll be pushing.
We'll see you later.
Throughout your career, what would you say was your favorite experience as an actor throughout your career? I mean, if you had to point to, you know, one role you played or one production you were involved in, can you talk about, you know, what made that your favorite experience and why?
Well, actually, the whole thing has been my favorite experience. The people that have been blessed to meet, to spend time with, to act with, the moments that I've had. I remember when I did Airport 77, I spent every day with Christopher Lee in the VIP lounge that was part of the movie and then became our lounge. And we spent every day. I spent listening to Lee's stories, Chris's stories. I will tell you this, that there was Jack Lemmon and I became friends. Of course, he played the pilot. And every morning, Chris and I'd be sitting there talking. I'd be listening to Chris, basically. Great stories. Anyway, Jack would walk by on his way to what they call craft services, which are the people who dispense coffee and snacks and whatever. In the morning, he'd get his coffee, and he had a mug that looked like somebody's tub. And he'd be walking around like this, and I'd go, "Morning, Jack," and he'd go, "Fuck you, Gerard." Every morning. So, I've been told to go F myself since I've been in this business almost daily. Since I met him, it's been almost daily.
You learned from me or I learned from him?
Huh?
That part, you learned from me or from him? That's sure.
So there you go.
That's the airplane that
Yeah, it was
So
before
I
my
learned
wife.
from him.
You learned it from him, yeah, right. Yeah, you learned it from a good guy. But anyway, it's just stuff like that. Olivia DeHammer, Joseph Cotton, Jimmy Stewart, work with those people, right? And stand and talk to Jimmy about how his daughter's in Africa working around Mount Kilimanjaro. And she has an animal sanctuary or whatever. I mean, you know, it's just spending time. Jimmy and I ended up doing the Hollywood Christmas Parade together. Now, this is a guy that, you know, my dad and I used to watch. You know, like some of you say, you and your dad watch me. My dad and I watched Jimmy Stewart movies. We went to the drive-in one time with the Arkansas Razorback drive-in. I grew up in Arkansas. And we sat in a snowstorm watching Strategic Air Command, where the wipers wiping off the stuff. And I'm watching this movie. I was not going to leave until that movie was over. So it was that kind of thing. Huh?
The speaker hanging on the window?
Yeah. Snow coming in over. Incredible. But it's like, you know, they're just meeting Michael Landon and working with Mike and becoming friends with him. Meeting Buster Crabbe, Joseph Cotton, you know, The Third Man, classic movies that I've watched. And I'm like, wow, this is incredible. But it's just, you know, I did a Bob Hope special. And I did a skit with Bob Hope and Danny Thomas. we did a spoof of Charlie's Angels. And the great thing was when we finished the rehearsal, the two guys that I grew up with, who were like legendary, turned to me and said, "Hey, you know what, kid, you're really good." And I said, "Okay, I can die now. It's all right." But I mean, those moments are scattered throughout my entire life as an actor. So it's not like one particular favorite moment. The whole thing is my favorite moment. The good with the bad. There's the bad stuff, but it can't outweigh the really good stuff that happens. So overall, it's been a hell of a journey. It's been a lot of fun. Yeah, otherwise, I wouldn't still be doing it. Yeah. Now you may talk.
Thank you.
Birthday boy.
Keep things lively. Now, on the second season with Surfer, I like the fact that they gave Twiki a love interest.
What?
They gave Twiki a love interest.
Well, you need to talk to him about that.
Oh, I know, but then I also want to ask, why didn't Buck Rogers ever, with the princess, why did you ever get together with the princess?
Well, he was frozen for 500 years. Guess what never thought out? I think, unfortunately, as he was exiting the thing, he hit the side of the door.
We only have
I'm trying to be subtle here. So you want to know about his romantic interest?
I just got to let you guys know we have to stop the panel in 5 minutes. I was told we have to stop at 3, so we got about 5 minutes left.
Why do we have to stop at 3? You got somebody else coming in? You guys want to stop at 3? We got 6 minutes otherwise. We're supposed to stop at 3. We have 6 minutes. What? He wants to know about your romantic interest. Would you answer the man?
No, let's sing happy birthday.
It's not his birthday till tomorrow.
Well, let's sing today. We won't be here tomorrow.
That's his loss.
We'll be here either, right?
You going to sing it to him in Italian?
No,
Why not?
you're not anybody.
You're Italian.
I don't understand.
You just had Italian food today. Oh, you didn't have Italian. We weren't going through that. See, we're starting to repeat ourselves. These people are like bored shitless. Like, God, I can't believe these guys are talking about their damn Italian food again. What? Okay. I don't know anything about his love interest.
How long is it just to talk about? What is it?
Remember the golden, little golden robot?
Yeah. I have no idea what happened.
I think she ran out of grease. I'm not sure.
It was Patty Maloney playing that part.
Yes, I know.
Patty Maroney? Couldn't they get somebody who wasn't Italian? Jesus Christ. What? Maroney? Maloney or Maloney? Maroney Maloney? Alright. I have no idea.
I don't either.
Alright.
Too many.
What do you got? To go to the bathroom or something? You want to sing happy birthday? You want to sing happy birthday to this guy? Alright, let's go. Ready? Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, Mr. Weird Marksman. Happy birthday to you. And more. Okay, are you happy now? Jesus, God Almighty. Alright. Why are you leaving? You're leaving, hello? Do you have a card that says you can leave? You know you need a pass. Even if you have to go to the bathroom, you need a pass. You don't have to really come back all the way. I'm just teasing, really. And particularly if you have to go to the bathroom, you really don't have to go all the way.
Don't listen to me.
Aren't you glad you got up? Are y'all having fun here? I'm having a blast. We really enjoyed it. Such nice people. Really. All of you are nice. The people who run this thing are great. And really, really nice people. I've enjoyed it a lot. I hope you come back. Thank you. Why did we gotta leave?
It's pulled in the panel by 3. That's what they told me.
Yeah, there's another session that starts in a few minutes, and that's the only thing. We'd love to have you for the next 6 hours, you know, it's really fun.
Oh my God, it's the voice of God. Yes, Master, whatever. Must be one of the guardian angels. What's the name of that show that has angels and demons and stuff? No, this is it's been on for like 14 years. It's going
Supernatural.
Supernatural, yeah. My wife does jewelry for Supernatural. She designs it, makes it. No, she's great. I love having her with me, really. That's not the reason. But if you're interested, she has a website called Ray Guns and Rust. Guess why it's called Ray Guns? But she does really beautiful stuff. So you guys, if you're looking for something for your wife, this is a commercial interruption. Take a look at some of the jewelry she made. She hasn't sold out already because a lot of her stuff sells pretty fast. But take a look at it. Take a look at it. Take a look at it. Man, take a look at it. Have you seen it? She's on my Facebook page all the time. Yeah, and also on my Twitter account. And then I retweet it. Take a look. You don't have to buy anything because you take a look. If you like it, go ahead and buy it.
I'm going to pay more overtime.
What are you doing now? What?
We're not working, we're not getting paid overtime. We're not getting paid overtime.
We're not getting paid overtime?
Oh, you're
We're getting paid? Well, it's 2:59:47. We have 13 seconds left. Anybody got another question? Quick. Yes. Huh? He's molting. Huh? He's being pickled for Thanksgiving. What?
They're waiting for the dance, right?
Who said the what?
They're waiting for the dance.
Go ahead. Go ahead, dance. Go ahead.
No, but they're waiting.
All right, I'm going to tell you a story about that ballroom dance, okay?
Oh, okay.
We worked on choreography for that dance scene for 2 weeks. When I wasn't shooting the show, I was going to rehearsals for that dance scene. 2 weeks. We had this whole thing mapped out. It was big to do. We get to the day of shooting, and we start to do the stuff. The director went, no. Just the two of you be together, and just kind of, in place. So what he wanted to do, he realized that if we had done it the way we were supposed to do it, or supposedly we were supposed to do it, he'd have been there for another month shooting all the coverage because we were all over the place. This way, he does a master, which is the two of us. Then he does a close-up of me, close-up of her. Thank you very much. Next shot. Now, in addition to that, they have, when you do a musical scene, a dance scene, you don't hear music, you hear pops. Those are your steps, that's the beat, right? So I was stepping on the beat, doing whatever we had to do, and trying to stay within the camera range we were supposed to stay in. And just sort of, that's why she was also doing, this kind of thing. So, which was really risky given that costume she had on. Moving at all was like, okay, that's fine. So what happens was when you did the movie, when they cut it together, they put another song in, which had a different beat. So instead of going like this, it's like beat, boom, beat, boom. It's like white men can't dance. I had to live with that damn thing forever. The new Blu-ray DVD that's come out that did in Australia, they remastered the whole thing, they remixed it, and I'm now on the beat again. Yeah. Thank you, Jesus. Yeah. But I caught so much flack about that. I was like, it was not my fault. So anyway, that was that huge answer. We had 5 sound stages at Buck Rogers taken up for that show. The hangar was one entire sound stage. The ballroom scene was an entire sound stage. We had like 300 extras. But it was a great experience. It was fun.
I'm being given the signal that we have to cut things off. But
is that Tony?
Yeah.
Hey Tony. Okay, fine, Tony. Fine. Everyone's having a great time. Be a spoiled sport. Go ahead. I'm never coming back. Well, thank you all very, very much.
Keep wearing those pajamas with the plastic feet. Keep wearing those pajamas. Tell everyone you meet. Keep wearing those pajamas with the back door flap. Keep wearing those pajamas. Don't open it, it's a trap. Oh no, it's a trap. Some people call them PJs, some people call them jammies. They can come embroidered with big money and no whammies. They can have 100 tiny commander adamas, but no matter how they look, just keep on wearing those pajamas. Keep on wearing those pajamas. Keep wearing those pajamas. And now we're having fun. Keep wearing those pajamas. And now the song is done.